Hey everybody, welcome back to Derby Talk. Kentucky Derby 149.
Go to the win, baby.
We finally made it. The run for the roses right around the corner, Captain. Great to be here. How you doing?
Oh man. After walking pneumonia, I'm okay now. We're back on top. Boy, I am ready. Boy, I am going long on this winner here at the Derby this week.
Hey, I like it. Captain looking sharp, my man. Big weekend, May 6th. The Oaks will be May 5th. We're talking about the Derby here. If you've been following us on the Hip Horse, we've been on hot on all the big 3-year-old races on the year, Captain. We finally made it to the big dance. The run for the roses, the mint juleps will be flowing. The people will be looking spectacular, and these equines will be ready to put on a performance.
There's no doubt about that, Tommy. And you know what? We want to reach out to everybody out there. We're going to do a $50 American Express gift card, compliments to Captain's Crew Incorporated. For anything your real estate needs in California, I'm your guy. Please reach out to me, Mr. Point Loma at gmail.com. Tommy, tell us about the tournament we're going to have.
The contest, guys. If you follow us on the other pedigree videos with Johnny Lowe, we did a similar contest there for an Amazon $50 Prime. You could be in both contests. What you're going to do is pick the winner first, second, and third. Put it down in the comments there. If you connect and get all three, you're going to be in the running. If we have more than one winner, we will draw a name out of the hat. But this year's Kentucky Derby seems wide open. Free contest, no purchase necessary. To the captain, real estate needs here. Put down in the comments, get involved, guys. We want to know who you like. We love all the comments about who you guys like. But let's get to the top
Tommy,
here.
I think I got separated. We'll talk about that in a bit.
All right, Captain. I like it. Let's get to it. We got a field of 20 to get to.
Field of 20. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Number one hit show is going to be number one, 30-1. Ray Colt, son of Candy Ride, trained by Brad Cox. Manny Franco rides. Owners are the breeders and owners, Gary and Mary West. Second in the Wood Memorial from Aqueduct. Losing by the nose, was on that outside post. Won impressively in the Withers by 5+. What I liked was bumping down the stretch with Lord Miles. Did stay on task. Did lose by a nose, but did lose. Now it's going to the one post, going from the far outside, now going to the inside. Brad Cox, one of the many horses we'll see here.
If there's one place you don't want to be, there's two places you don't want to be. You don't want to be on the one hole coming out of the 6.5 on the turf at Santa Anita, and you don't want to be at the one hole at Churchill for the Kentucky Derby. Everybody's going to come inside you and bury you. This horse was questionable French. This horse right here is an extreme reach to win this race, Bob.
Head show 30-1. Brad Cox, Manny Franco. Number two, verifying 15-1. Bay Colt, son of Justify another Brad Cox trained horse. Tyler Gaffleone in the saddle, guys. Tyler Gaffleone, 6 straight winning riding titles at Churchill Downs. Put up a 99 buyer in the Bluegrass. Nosed out last time, Matt Keelan. 4th in the Rebel, 2 back as a favorite. Was a sloppy track, didn't care for it. What I liked, it did battle it out with Tapit Trice down the stretch. It was a 2-horse race in the Bluegrass. So if you like Tapit Trice, verifying was right there. Tapit Trice did pull away, but 15-1, another Brad Cox horse.
Brad Cox and Fletcher are going to have a lot of horses in this race. Looking at this horse, you know what? If you like a horse on the improve, you got to lean on this horse a little bit.
Here we go. Number 3, 2 fills at 12-1. Chestnut Colt, son of Hartspun. Larry Billy trains here, won the Jeff Ruby Stakes over the synthetic track last time out. Loveberry up 4 times out of the 7 starts for his wins here. 3rd in the Risen start, 2nd in the comp. Opened up on Major Dude, who was the favorite, and won by 6+ on the synthetic. Pretty nice performance. Number 3, 2 fills.
Once again, like Angel of Empire, the longer these horses go, the better they're going to be. He gets out to go out to 1.25 miles after running 1.8 2 times. And really looked good in that last race, huh?
I like it. Number 4, Confidence Game. 20-1, son of Candy Ride, Dark Bay Colt, trained by Keith DeSormo. James Graham gets the call aboard for all the starts of Confidence Game. Won the Rebel Grade 2 from Oak Lawn over a sloppy track. 3rd in the comp before that. Nice local workouts on the Churchill down track. I do like that. Broke its maiden at Churchill and then won an 100K optional. So it does have 2 wins over the track. Another gear down the stretch to hold off Red Group 1. And I keep saying the name. Don't tell my wife Stables. Guys, if you got a horse in the Derby, your wife might know.
Yeah, your wife does know. And she's going to want half of that right there. Confidence Game. A horse you got to look at and say, I don't know. underling, if top end is going to be lower exotics.
All right, as Captain says, we'll see what goes on. Number 5, Tap It Trice, 5-1 second choice here in the odds. Another great colt, son of Tap It. Todd Fletcher trains. Luis Saez rides here, won 4 in a row, including the Bluegrass last time out. Did get by, winning by a nose. Won the Tampa Bay Derby. Paid $1.3 million for this one at the Keeneland September sale in 21. Stayed on task and finished the job in the Bluegrass. I love the fight. What I saw in Tap It Trice. 5-1, your second choice here in this year's Derby.
I don't know if you want to call it green or aloof or diddy, but this horse definitely beats to his own drum, and he's going to run when he wants to run. If you go 2 back to the Tampa Bay Derby, it looked like Saez was all in on this horse going into the far turn, and about the 3/16 pole, he said, "Okay, let's go," and he changed leads and took off 1 by 2. Last race, just grinding down, verifying it in the stretch. You got to look at this horse, but believe it or not, I don't have him in my mix.
Okay, hey, a lot of people like this one, Captain. Should be coming from off the pace here. Like you said, Luis Saez, great rider, decided to ride here for Todd Fletcher. Number 6, Kings Barnes, 12-1 morning line Bay Colt, son of Uncle Mo. Todd Fletcher trains this one. J.L. Ortiz is going to be taking over. Flavian Pratt riding Angel of Empire. 3 for 3, but lightly raced. Won the Louisiana Derby last out. Owners are Splendrift Farm, very solid stable. Broke its maiden nicely, fighting through traffic in its maiden race. I really like that. If you go back and watch its maiden, all the way around in the Louisiana Derby was the speed and just controlled that race. There wasn't much speed, and Kings Barnes did what it did in its 3rd career start to win the Louisiana Derby. Coming into its 4th start, 12-1 here.
Tommy, I want to tell you something right now. You're looking at a horse that's gone 1 mile and 3/16. That's only a 16th a mile shorter than 1 mile and a quarter. Okay, and this horse was drawing off in the end after going wide. There's not much speed in this race. This horse could get lonely out in that lead, especially with Jose Ortiz in the sack.
That's a good point, Captain. There is not too much speed. Take a look at that with something we'll talk about here at the end. Number 7, Reincarnate, 50-1, Great Colt, son of Good Magic. Tim Yakin and Johnny D, 3rd in the Grade 1 Arkansas, 3rd in the Rebel, in the money in all 7 starts. Did have some races over the turf there too, so that's number 7, Reincarnate, 50-1.
Gee whiz, I think 50 to, no, hold on. I'm going to say 50-1's not far off on this horse. But you know what? It's not a reach. I'm going to go alligator arms here. I'm going alligator.
Okay.
Because you know what? I think Vasquez has got something to say. And I think this horse may be better the longer the race gets, Tommy. Lower exotics, but you know what? It's not a reach at 50-1. Believe it or not.
Hey, okay. Let's go on to number 8, Mage. 15-1, Chestnut Colt, son of Good Magic. Gustavo Delgado gets Hall of Famer Javier gets Castellano in the saddle. 2nd in the Florida Derby in his 3rd career start. 4th in the Florida, found a youth, 2 starts back. Impressive closing move in the Florida Derby. Forte caught him, but that was pretty impressive for its 3rd career start. Mage looked nice at 15-1 here, so that's the 8 horse.
Yeah, bet down 10-1, down to 9-2. This was a very, very good race last time out against Forte. Forte did have to work to get there, and I call that trifecta. It didn't pay much, but still have the straight trifecta. It's okay. I think this horse has major upside, but once again, it's not part of my mix.
All right, let's go on to number 9, Skinner, 20-1 here. Bay Colt, son of Curlin. John Sheriff trains. J.J. Hernandez is the jockey here. 3rd in the Santa Anita Derby. Grade 1 last start, 3rd in the San Felipe. Battled down the stretch for his practical move with Mandarin Hero. Couldn't get by, but very gutsy race there. 20-1 on Skinner.
After breaking his maiden, Tommy, and the next 2 races comes up 3rd, I also question myself on the riding of this horse in both races. Because in both races, that horse did have trouble. Okay? And I thought with a better thought of race through the jockey, this could have been different. They switched from Victor Espinoza over to J.J. Hernandez, leading jock at Santa Anita. I really like what I see here. I think this is going to be a really good play here, Tommy.
Yeah.
20-1, go get your money, Tommy.
Hey, Captain, we're going to get to our picks, guys, so stay tuned to that at the end of the video. We're just doing a quick preview of all 20 horses here, and then we'll give out our top picks. The contest, like we said here, put your top 3 down there. You have to be a subscriber to win too, guys. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell. Let's go to number 10, Practical Move, 10-1. Bay Colt here, Practical Joke. Yachtin and Vasquez won the Grade 1 San Antonio Derby last start, won the Grade 2 San Felipe, won a Grade 2 Los Alamitos Futurity, put up back-to-back 100 buyers figures. Good position in the San Antonio Derby, set right off the pace, and was able to hold off Mandarin Hero and Skinner. Number 10, Practical Move, doing nothing wrong.
Doing nothing wrong. It's just I don't believe in this horse. I don't know why. He's 10-1. I should believe in this horse. 200 buyers. I should like this horse, but I just don't. I don't understand it. You tell me how. How can I not trust this horse?
I'm not quite sure, Captain. He showed up and won his last 3 starts.
In the money, all his starts.
Maybe the California competition not as strong as it has been in the past. That's the only thing I'd maybe say to kind of leave you away from there. Tim Yachtin, very talented trainer. We know he could probably get it done here. Number 11, Disarm here, 30-1. That's the 11 horse, Chestnut Colt, son of Gunrunner. Steve Asmussen trains. That's the leading trainer of all time. Joel Rosario in the boot, second in the Louisiana Derby last time out. 2 back, and then third in the Lexington last start. Far away from the winner. Kings Barnes did get up for second in that Louisiana Derby, but 30-1 for Disarm here.
That's a reach.
Okay.
That's a reach on Disarm.
Number 12, Jason's Road, 15-1 Bay Colt, son of Quality Road. Brad Cox, I knew we hear his name again. Laurent Giroux rides here, third in the Louisiana Derby after having some gait issues. Colt has had 2 starts at the Churchill Downs course, third in the Iroquois as a 2-year-old. And went off as the favorite in the street sets and lost the rider, so we got to discount that race. Should be right up there, but couldn't get it done against Kings Barnes. Was no match and finished third in the Louisiana Derby.
Double reach.
Okay.
Double reach.
Number 13, Sun Thunder, 50-1. Bay Colt, son of Indian Mischief. Kenny McPeak trains his boy Brian Hernandez Jr. aboard here, 4th in the Bluegrass, 5th in the Louisiana Derby, 2nd in the Risen Star. And blinkers come on here. Gonna step it up and have a chance to win here. Number 13, Sun Thunder.
It's an alligator reach because you know what? This horse ran in between Angel of Empire and Two Phil's 3 back, running second only by a length, and then beat Two Phil's by a length and a half. This horse is not far off here, Tommy. I'm telling you. Sun Thunder's got a shot somewhere.
There we go. Number 14, Angel of Empire, 8-1 morning line. Bay Colt, son of Classic Empire. Brad Cox trains. Flavian Pratt, this is where he decides to ride. Won the Arkansas Derby impressively, Grade 1, coming off the pace. He went by to win by 4+. Like I said, Flavian Pratt rides here for Brad Cox. Won the Risen Star in the second start of the year. Improving buyer figures. Sat right off the pace in that last race. Nice closing move and just cruised right past.
Yeah, I had Angel of Empire that day, and that was like I stated on that prior show. The longer this race is, the better the horse is. So I really like this horse. I think Angel of Empire definitely has to be involved in the mix somewhere.
Yeah, you watch that gallop out. I agree with the captain in the Arkansas Derby. Very nice. Number 15, Forte, 3-1 morning line. Dark Bay Colt, son of Violence. Won 6 out of 7 career starts. Won the Grade 1 Florida Derby last out. Won the Fountain of Youth in the second start of the year. Won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile as a 2-year-old. You got Irad Ortiz Jr. up on all 7 career starts. Definitely the horse to beat here, Captain. Got it done in the Florida Derby. Found a way to get to the finish line and get it done. This horse knows how to get to the wire. Todd Fletcher and Irad Ortiz Jr.
Just unbelievable. I mean, you really got to have this horse in your top 2, top 3. Yeah, they got to be in the top 3 somewhere in there, Tommy. This horse was 2-5 last time out. So Irad Ortiz and Forte, you're looking at the favorite for the Kentucky Derby.
There we go. 16, Raised Cane, 50-1. Bay Colt, son of Violence. Another son of Violence. Ben Colebrook. Corrales is going to ride here. A big opportunity for the jockey here. As aboard his maiden win, and now he's going to be riding in the Derby here. 5th in the Bluegrass here for Raised Cane in his last start. Won the Gotham by 7+ over a muddy track. So weather we did not talk about, but This one did good over the muddy track, 50-1 for number 16.
That's the only shot it has. It's such a reach on a dry track. It needs some mud.
There we go. Number 7, Derma Soaki. Sodokaki.
Yeah.
10-1 here. Chestnut Colt here. Son of Mine Your Biscuits here. Hideki Otonashi trains here. Lemaire is going to be riding here. Won the UAE Derby Grade 2 impressively by 5+ lengths. Finished 3rd in the Grade 3 Saudi Derby before that. Won 4 out of 8 career starts. $1.16 million earnings here. Japanese horse racing is just showing up in a big way. I mean, you can't discount them. In the UAE Derby, they went 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And this one won easily by 6 lengths. I mean, I'm not going to discount this one. 17, Derma Sonoaki, 10-1.
I think I'm overlooking this horse. Now that I look at this, you cannot disagree with what Japan is doing, breeding-wise and racing-wise. And I'm looking at Derma Sonoaki as part of the top 5, maybe the top 6.
There we go. Number 9, Lord Miles, 30-1, Bay Colt, son of
number 18.
Oh, sorry, number 18, Rocket Can. We don't want to leave that one out. 15-1. Another gray here. We got a bunch of grays here. In the Mischief. 4th in the Arkansas Derby last out. Went off as the post-time favorite there, but wasn't able to get it done. 2nd in the Fountain of Youth behind Forte in March. Won the Holy Bull to start its 3-year-old campaign. Blinkers come on for the first time. It's got, nice workouts. Bill Mott and Junior Alvarado, 15-1.
I mean, if you scratch out the last race and say, wow, this horse was 2nd to Forte last time out, you'd say, wow, I'm going to bet that horse. So at 30-1, I can't see a reason why you say I can't bet on Rocket Can.
All right, let's move on to number 19, Lord Miles. Wow, what a big winner here.
Oh, wow.
59-1 last time.
Go get your money.
Bay Colt, son of Curlin, Sappy Joseph Jr., Paco Lopez shocked the world last time in the Wood Memorial, Grade 2, 5th in the Tampa Bay Derby, 6th in the Holy Bull before that. That impressive finish, 4-wide turn, battled it out with the favorite Hit Show, and had more in the tank. So that was impressive at 30-1 for number 19, Lord Miles.
That's going to be a reach for me. Double reach.
I don't know, guys, if you like
that. Wood Memorial came up really weak.
Yeah, it might be right.
Really did.
Number 20, Contour, 50-1 here. Chestnut Colt, son of the Throng here. Yoshido Yagagi trains here. Jockey Sakaki will be aboard.
Jockey Sakaki will be aboard. I'd rather see Mandarin Hero in this race instead of Continuar. It's a double reach with double twist.
Hey, 3rd in the UAE Derby, 3rd start as a 3-year-old. Won 2 out of 5, but I think you might be right here. That's a look at this year's 2023 Kentucky Derby field. Captain, we're shooting this a day after the draw. So Tuesday, we do not know the weather. We don't know what's going on with the weather. We do know the post positions, and we know the odds. Still a lot of things to take a look at. One thing I wanted to go over was the speed scenario, the pace scenario. As you said earlier, there doesn't seem to be as much speed as
shaky pizza there.
Like.
Shaky pizza.
Maybe we see Brad Cox, Todd Fletcher use one of those other colts in the race.
I think
sends them.
I think you have to do that, especially for the hard closers that are trying to get home. And I think Fletcher would send out somebody there for Forte to get a point on. You want to see if you're Forte or Empire, Angel of Empire, you want to see a 20, 23, 46 or less, but I don't think you're going to get that coming. I think it's going to be a very paceless race here.
Yeah, somebody can control it up front and just slow it down and have another gear.
Barn. That looks like maybe possibly the one.
That's the one that keeps sticking out to you. Huh? Okay, let's get to our picks, Captain. Once again, if you're new to the Hip Horse, we appreciate staying tuned for this preview. Now we're going to give you our top 5 picks here on the Hip Horse, guys. Once again, Captain, Amex $50 gift card. Throw down in the comments 1st, 2nd, and 3rd who you like. Put it down there. Make sure you're a subscriber, and you got a chance. If you got multiple winners, we will draw out of the hat. And go over to the other video. Johnny Logan wasn't able to tune in here. He put his pedigree picks out on the last video. So we have another contest going over there. You can play over there too. You can do both.
Gotta subscribe.
See the Hip Horse. You gotta be subscribed to the
Ding,
channel.
ding.
Boom, boom.
Ring the bell.
All right, Captain, we got through all of our preview. Time to get to our picks here on the Hip Horse, guys. Captain, let's do our top 5. Let's go you first, and then I will go next.
You know, I'm a sucker for a closer, especially when we're in the Kentucky Derby. And looking at this race, like I said, there's no speed in this race. So, and I'm going to be going with a horse to begin with, King Barnes, as my number 5 choice, because of the fact, well, he's 12-1. He's got Jose Ortiz on him, but he really is kind of only, maybe sorta, the only speed in the race. If you look back to not his last race, but the race before that. If he goes a 46-1 out there, he won by 7.5. That's pretty impressive because he only got to go, literally another quarter of a mile after that. But I like number 6, King Barnes, to run 5th. I'm looking at Angel Empire, number 14, to run 4th. I really like the way this horse closes at 1.1 miles. He should be set up for 1.25 miles. I like number 3, Two Bills, to run 3rd in this race. I think this horse also sets up for him, turning for home. You're going to see a host of closers coming. And my second pick is going to be number 15, Forte. And 15, Forte, another closer is going to close deep. But my number 1 pick, and I had it since day 1, since it came back, number 9, Skinner, 20-1. I'm hanging my hat on number Skinner at 20-1, Tommy. So it's 9, 15, Tree, 14, 6. Go get your money, Tommy. Skinner will finish 1st, 2nd, or 3rd in this race. Coming up to his best race, switch jockeys. When was the last time you've seen a jockey win a Triple Crown and lose them out in the week before the Kentucky Derby's run? You've never seen that before. Victor Espinosa wins a Triple Crown, plus 2 Kentucky Derbies, California Chrome, American Fur. And now he doesn't have a mount for the Derby? He's got to be a little upside down about that. And what about J.J. Hernandez picking up the mount? I'm telling you, that meant something to me, and I'm really glad it happened. And I think Skinner is the winner. Okay, there we go. Skinner is the winner.
Hey, you heard
it here first.
I don't know, Captain. I wish you the best of luck. I will have some Skinner on some of my tickets. Let us know down in the comments if you think
I got him at 62-1, by the way.
Oh, I do remember. We go back to a couple of our videos.
Yeah, I got him at 62-1.
I remember you saying that, my friend. Okay, let's get to. I'm going to go my top 5 here, Captain. I'm going to put number 4, Confidence Game, in the mix here. I'm taking a shot here. DeSormo, local. Not local, but a very good trainer here in Churchill Downs. You got James Graham aboard here. I love the connections here. The pedigree says that this horse can handle it. Son of Candy Ride. When you go back and watch that last race, go back and watch it against Red Route 1 was coming with a strong closing move. And Confidence Game was able to hold it off for the win in the Rebel at Oaklawn. So 20-1, I like it here. That's going to be my 5th choice. My next choice I'm going to go to is going to be number 8, Mage. Chestnut Colt, Good Magic, 2nd in the Florida Derby in its 3rd career start. I'm expecting this one to take another leap on its 4th career start. What it did next to Forte was pretty impressive. So if it can run that same race, I think it should be right up there in the mix. Let's move on to my next. It's going to be number 15, Forte, 3-1. I cannot leave him off the top 5. I think you'd be silly if you did. Won 6 out of 7. I think this Derby is wide open, and I think if you have a horse or a colt that you like, go for it. But Forte has got to be in the mix somewhere at 3-1 here. Todd Pletcher, Iran Ortiz Jr. just knows how to find the wire and get up. And that Florida Derby was a perfect example. Did not think he was going to get it done and was able to get up.
No, in mid-stretch, you never thought he was going to get up.
You got Todd Pletcher, Iran Ortiz Jr. Pletcher has a couple other horses there. Maybe he'll use one to ship out and set the pace there. Forte should be kind of right off the pace or closing, I think, in the race here. My next pick is going to be number 7, Terma Soto Kaki. Captain, yeah. I said it. I'm going with the Japanese horse. What I saw in UAE Derby, very impressive. 5+, held the pace the whole way.
17.
Held the pace. There's not much speed here. This might be the one up front and have another gear. Japanese. Hats off to everybody over in Japan, training jockeys, owners. They're really at the next level, Captain. So this could be their year. Haven't done it yet, but that's my second pick. And my last and final pick here, number 14 at 8-1, Angel of Empire. That win in the Arkansas Derby, very impressive, 4+. I'm also looking at my main man, Flavian Pratt. Where's he going? He's going over to Angel of Empire at 8-1 here. And if you watch out the last couple races, watch the gallop out.
Yeah.
The colt had more in the tank.
I know.
8-1. So
I know.
That's my top choice. I like the 14 horse guys. So for me, that goes 14, 17, 15, 8, and 4. I think it's very competitive. I think if there's a colt or one that you like, I think you go for it. I think it's wide open.
Tommy, this is one of the best contests we've ever had because it is so wide open.
Yeah.
So remember, make your top 3 picks out there. First, second, and third. Be a subscriber. And if you got the top pick, you get $50 from me. American Express gift card. God bless you. We love you. You know that, Tommy?
Hey, boom, boom. Easy money.
Boom, boom in the room, baby.
Hey, we appreciate
Skinner
it.
is the winner, baby.
Yeah.
Go get your money. That's all I got to tell you.
We appreciate you guys here on Derby Talk. Kentucky Derby 149. That's 2023. The captain and Tommy D, we appreciate you. Like I said, get involved, guys. Good luck. Get some mint juleps going. The Road for the Roses is right around the corner.
Like the farmer told the tailor, now, later.
All right, everyone. Good luck.
Get him up. Giddy up, baby. Come on. Go to the way. Go to the way. Come on, Skinner. Beat him there.